Good morning, everybody. I'm Rick Gentry, President and CEO of the San Diego Housing Commission, and welcome. As you can see all around us, crews are setting up for this weekend stand down. This is the place where homeless veterans will be receiving a number of services and information about housing that they so desperately need. And that's why we are here today. We're here to share with you what our role here will be at Stand Down. In addition, it's fitting to also provide our public with a progress report of how many homeless veterans are being helped through our Housing Our Heroes program. Housing Our Heroes is the landlord outreach program, part of the Housing Commission's Housing First San Diego effort. And the Housing Our Heroes program is a partnership with the City of San Diego, with much of the funding provided directly by the city. I'd also like to point out, although we do not have representatives here from these organizations, much of our funding also comes from the federal government, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, and the Veterans Administration, which have both been great partners in housing our veterans here in San Diego. With me this morning are Mayor Kevin Faulconer, San Diego City Councilman Todd Gloria, Phil Landis, the CEO of Veterans Villages of San Diego, and Noble Robinson, a veteran and one of our first Housing Our Heroes landlords. Also with us today are our Housing Our Heroes partners, who are also helping us provide homeless veterans with a path off the streets. I'm going to name just a few of them to you. One, Joel Roberts, who is CEO of Path San Diego and Connections Housing Downtown. Deacon Jim Vargas, the CEO of Father Joe's Villages, also operators of the city's year-round interim housing program for homeless adults. Bob McElroy, the CEO of the Alpha Project. Angie Stripling, the regional manager of the Veterans Community Services Program. CCRA Frank, program coordinator in the Homeless Veterans VA Services. And also Jeff Hickox, or two representatives from the apartment associations here. Jeff Hickox, president of the San Diego County Apartment Association, and Whitney Benzian, the executive director of the San Diego division of the California Apartments Association.
Thank you to everybody for being here, all of our partners. This is one of the most special weekends of the year, and thank all of you for coming. We're here today to encourage all homeless veterans in San Diego to come this weekend to stand down right here at San Diego High School. As Rick said, for nearly 30 years, Veterans Village of San Diego has held this annual event to help provide supportive services and care to our homeless veterans, men and women who have served our country that we are so proud of. And this is a great opportunity for our struggling heroes to get the help that they need. That's what this is all about. We're very proud that we work together in San Diego and that we have a reputation for collaborating on events like this to help the needs of our vulnerable residents. And that's why we're happy to announce, as Rick just said, that this year that Housing Our Heroes campaign is going to be out in full force at this year's event. The Housing Our Heroes specialists will be on hand to assist veterans, determine if they qualify for housing under the program, and to help them apply to get that roof over their head. We began this campaign back in March with a call to action, with our goal was to help transition 1,000 veterans off the streets. So I think all of us know that breaking the cycle of homelessness isn't easy. Every individual has a different story and different hurdles to overcome. But I will tell you the good news is that we are making progress, and we are making significant progress. I'm proud to announce that we have identified nearly 350 homeless veterans who have either secured housing or are in the process of securing housing. In fact, more than 200 homeless veterans are now in housing because of the Housing Our Heroes campaign. That's in large part due to all of our partners here. Let's give yourself a hand. And in fact, Craig told me there's 2 more within the last 24 hours. Great news. Every person, every life makes a difference, guys. That's great news. 209 as of the last 24 hours. It's all about having a place to call your own. Rick, I want to thank you and your team for the Housing Commission for your hard work over the past couple months. These success stories are a direct reflection of your team's efforts. And really the bottom line is the Housing Our Heroes campaign is making a difference in veterans' lives. In fact, entire families are making their way off the streets. Of those we've been able to house, 18 veterans had families that joined them in their new home. Those families include 34 children who now have a roof over their head. I'd like to share briefly just one story with you. Luis is a 20-year Navy veteran who asked us only to use his first name to protect his family's privacy. Luis lost his job and was evicted because his family fell behind on the rent. His wife and their 3 children, ages 8, 17, and 20, became homeless. Luis said that once you get evicted and have to report it on your rental application, of course it's hard to find someone who's willing to rent to you. And so their car became their home. But thanks to Housing Our Heroes, this family was matched with one of our landlords, Wallace Hickey, who wanted to help a veteran family. And now with a place to live, Luis was able to find employment. His wife and his eldest daughter also got new jobs. Luis said that all he needed was the opportunity to get his family back on their feet. That's the opportunity we're here, all of us are here to help with this weekend. We can help so many more. And so San Diego, we are asking for your help. If you know a homeless veteran, please tell them about Stand Down and Housing Our Heroes. If they come down, we can help lift them up. And don't forget that we have collectively set aside over $12 million for the Housing Our Heroes campaign. So the money is there to help 1,000 homeless veterans. There is room for so many more. So please tell your friends, tell your neighbors. This is all about getting the word out to the men and women that need our help. Our heroes don't need to spend another night on the street. And before I turn it over to Councilmember Gloria, I wanted to thank the Chamber of Commerce and our local apartment associations for their effort. I will tell you this program's success relies upon the participation of landlords. That's what we've been spending a large portion of our time over the last several months, urging people to do the right thing, to help out. Takes a little extra time, a little extra effort, but they're making a huge difference in the lives of our veterans. To date, 130 landlords have listed their rental units on Housing Our Heroes.
As Mayor Faulconer said, 130 landlords have answered our call to provide rental housing for homeless veterans. These landlords have listed over 330 of their rental units with our program. And in addition, we are investing more than $12.5 million in city, federal, and San Diego Housing Commission resources over the next 2 years to provide housing opportunities for 1,000 homeless veterans. The Housing Our Heroes landlord outreach program includes financial incentives to encourage landlords to join this effort. And to date, more than $145,000 has been provided to landlords, including incentive payments and funds for security deposits and utilities. The program's robust outreach efforts have resulted in making sure that landlords have access to these financial opportunities and really encouraging them to join this campaign. A new Housing Our Heroes listing service lets landlords immediately list their rentals free of charge with pictures and information about their rental units. And homeless veterans are referred to this program through 11 service providers here in the community, many of whom are with us today. Guys, thank you for being here. Thanks for being here every single day of the year serving the homeless, not just in the holidays, not just when it's cold, but every single day of the year. Thank you very, very much. In addition, we've conducted a number of efforts to apprise landlords and the public about our initiative, including informational meetings, television commercials, dozens of letters, and a mailer that was sent out to 10,000 landlords, real estate, and business groups. Beyond the financial benefits for landlords, it's simply the right thing to do for our homeless veterans in need. Am I right? Yeah. Of course it is. In a country as wealthy as this, the term homeless and veteran should never go together. And here in San Diego, we're working hard to make sure that that juxtaposition ends. So, because we know that folks need to step up, because we know people are willing to do this, it's my honor to introduce you to one of the landlords who answered our call. He has about the most perfect name for this. His name is Noble Robinson. He's an Army veteran. and he served in our nation in Vietnam. He knows what it's like to come back home and find it difficult to get a job. He did a lot of work in Vietnam. I'm not going to presume to speak on your behalf, but I can only imagine. And he's here today because he's rehabbing 10 rental units in the Logan Heights community. And he's proud to have housed 2 homeless veterans as his new tenants at that property. Noble believes that helping out his fellow veterans is the right thing to do, the patriotic thing to do. I couldn't agree more. Would you please welcome Noble Robinson?
Good morning to everyone, and it's good to see everyone out here. I'm Noble Robinson. I'm a native San Diegan, so this is a very special program to me, to get involved with and help these homeless veterans get a roof over their head and get their life back together, get back on their feet. This program has been very beneficial. It's a win-win situation for the landlords and also for the veterans that are looking for homes. One of my veterans, James de Guzman, he's a 46-year-old VASH veteran, and he has had some issues, came to me, had an interview with him, and we decided to fill out the paperwork and get him housed. And he's very happy now. He's getting back on his feet. His attitude has changed. So this program is just very, very beneficial. I would encourage all landlords in San Diego to look at this program and not only look at it, but get involved in it. And get involved, and it helps you as well as the veterans that we have. So again, thank you for your time, and thank you for inviting me out to share my story with you. And I am looking forward to continuing on with this program and house as many veterans as I can do. Thank you very much.
The Veterans Villages of San Diego, VVSD, is also one of the service providers that's referring homeless veterans to the Housing Our Heroes program, and also putting on this event this weekend. So I'd like to have Phil Landis, the CEO of Veterans Villages of San Diego, join us. And while Phil's coming up here, I'll point out that he also serves on the National 12-member Department of VA Advisory Committee on Homeless Veterans. That's a big term. What it means is that there are 12 volunteers from across the country who have been appointed by the Congress to represent the interests of veterans to our national lawmakers. And Phil's one of those 12. We're honored to have him here with us today. Phil, thank you.
I want to talk specifically to the homeless veteran who hopefully will hear some of the broadcasts and will get themselves here Friday morning at 6 o'clock so that all these services that you've heard about, all the resources that are here specifically to help homeless veterans find a home, well, guess what? The homeless veteran, you have to do your part. Your part's simple. All you have to do is show up and raise your hand. And we're going to do the rest of it. So I want you to be here. It's my challenge, VVSD's challenge to you. If you're a homeless veteran and you want services and you want to get off the street, I don't care how long you've been on the street, this is a place for you to be this weekend. And we want you to be here. So please show up. Honor us with your service. Join us this weekend so that we can provide you with that house over your head that is so meaningful to the rest of us. It's meaningful to you too. All you have to do is show up. We'll do the rest. Thank you very much.
Let me close out with just some numbers for perspective's sake. This is not the first time the San Diego Housing Commission has been involved in housing homeless vets. In fact, in the 5 years prior to the beginning of the Housing Our Heroes program on March the 1st of this year, we housed some 992 homeless veterans utilizing our federal rental housing voucher program, most of those working in coordination with the Veterans Administration. With VA funding, HUD funding, we already housed about 1,000 vets before we started this program. What makes this program unique is that Mayor Faulkner, Councilmember Gloria, and the rest of the council identified the extra funding to try to do another 1,000 in 1 year instead of 5. And as the mayor pointed out to you a while ago, with 350 now either housed or approved, certified, looking for housing, that's a pretty good start in the first 3.5 months of this year-long program. And as I will remind you, this is basically a 2-year program to help people get in housing get stabilized, and some beyond that hopefully not need it much longer. Some will, of course, but some won't. I'll point out, however, there is much more work to do. According to the latest homeless count this past winter, there are somewhere between 1,200 and 1,500 veterans who are homeless in the region, and the majority of those homeless are veterans between the ages of 40 and 65, with the next age group followed by 25 to 40. So we've got a wide range of ages here, and a lot that you think would perhaps not be there, but they are. So I will echo Mayor Faulkner's message this morning. That is, we need the public's help in getting a word out about Housing Our Heroes. Our Housing Our Heroes housing specialists will be here to help homeless veterans who may qualify for housing opportunities through the program, and to determine their housing needs based on the level of care they need. Those housing specialists will be here at Stand Down this weekend. So I would encourage anyone who knows of anyone homeless or any homeless individuals who become aware of this, veterans that is, be here at Stand Down, talk with those specialists, get into the system. That's the first step. In addition, for any other landlords in the city like Noble who want to be noble and help this cause, please give us a call. The Housing Commission's phone number is 619-578-7768. Again, 619-578-7768. And speak of Housing Our Heroes, you'll be connected to the right people. Or you can email us at housingourheroes@sdhc.org. Again, Housing Our Heroes at sdhc.org, or visit the Housing Commission's website. In closing, I'd like to give thanks to Mayor Faulkner, Councilmember Gloria, Phil, Noble, and to the rest of our valued partners here today. Thank you all very much, and thank you for coming.